video you're getting ready to watch is a follow-up work to the previous work that you saw me do with this paint mare. And I said I was going to ride her, and I will ride her, but as I started doing a little bit more groundwork with her, I saw in her an overreactive response that I feel like needed to be dealt with before I got on the back. So you're going to see how I use the lead rope and getting her to turn circles in front of me as a tool. You're going to see her overreact, and then you're going to see her come through and gain understanding, and she gets just like this. And this step in the groundwork, I feel like greatly enhances the experience that you're going to have when you get on their back, as far as being able to go left and right and having some tools of communication that the horses understand before we get up there and surprise them with pulling on them when they don't understand. So it makes them more comfortable, and it makes it a lot safer for us. So anyway, I appreciate you being with us, and I'd really appreciate if you'd hit that subscribe button. Thank you. This horse has been doing her own thing really when the people have had a hold of her, and she is testing outside boundaries, not wanting to move her feet when I want her to move her feet. So I'm just sending her through between me and the fence, and when I ask her to come forward, she needs to come forward right there. When she gets through, she needs to let me move that hip. Now she needs to come forward. I'll ask her softly. If you're wanting to just come out there and round out and leave right there, I'll ask her softly, but she needs to follow up pretty to that soft feel. She needs to be thinking about stepping up and responding. I don't need to give her all day to think out there. As she gets, you see, right now when she's starting to move, then she gets real defensive on the other side of that move instead of just being polite. Now that's a nice response right there. She picked up and came through at that subtle suggestion. She let me move her hip right there. She's going to let me move her front end back over here. Now she's going to let me tell her to move forward. As she comes through, move that hip. Now I'm going to send her back through here. So what I've done is, by standing on the gas a little bit and asking her to do things with a little more energy, it brought out a side in her of, I don't understand, so I'm going to handle that what I don't understand with rebellion instead of respect. But now, as you can see, at my subtle suggestion, she's starting to move her feet quietly, responsively. Now she's quit testing that outside boundary. I can hold her here without holding her. When I stepped up there and gave a little more energy to her, she went out to the outside of that boundary, and she was just going to break through the outside and leave me standing out here instead of listening to me. So when I saw her come off of that outside boundary and get quiet and listen to me, that's when I softened up, let her find right there. She just wanted to move that hip out of the way instead of going forward. I need her to think about going forward. There she's testing that boundary. Still testing the boundaries. I'm looking, all I want her to do, my picture is for her to go forward softly like that, right there. She's right in my picture. She's right in my picture. She's looking where she's going, moving forward at my suggestion. She should stop here. Let her have a minute in that stop. She's a little bit hip away from me. She's a little bit chested up to me, and she's testing the outside boundary just a little bit, but she's not putting much heart into it. So I'm gonna let her have a minute right there to see if she can find that back. Find that back being, where can she go? Like right there, that's perfect. When I stepped from behind the shoulder to in front of it, she stopped without running into the lead rope. She got quiet. Nice attitude, nice posture. I'll let her come back through here softly. Very nice. I really like that. And what I liked was she only took the steps I asked her to take. And as soon as I quit asking her, she stopped. And she waited on me to tell her to take the next one. I'm going to ask her to step up here. Very good. Very good. Get stopped there. So I'm giving her more time in a right attitude than I had her under pressure with. I put some pressure on her to expose an attitude that wasn't, working for her or for me. And then when she started listening and agreeing, I backed way off and let her just find a place to be okay. And that place being, when she's doing exactly what I want her to do, she's finding complete release. Now, because I've stepped on the gas, she's not wanting me to come up to her right now, and that's understandable. So when I see her like this, I'm gonna move just that front end around. Move that front end. See, she stopped here now, she's bracing on me. So she was either trying to flee or she was braced up to me. So neither one of those postures or attitudes are going to work very well for me. So I'm going to set it up here again, get that shoulder over there. I want her to move that shoulder around that back end. Move the front end around the back end. Just that shoulder stuck right there. As soon as she took those steps, there was complete freedom. There. She doesn't understand this just yet. All I want her to do is to stay straight in her body and to move her front end away from me, just like that. Stay straight and just walk your front end around the hind end. Not backing. I want her to walk around, stay straight, just like that. Let her have a couple good steps and then I'll stop and do nothing. And now she should let me come up here and touch her. Okay. I'm going to take this lead rope right now and toss it over her head. And send her off away from me. And then come back around. Now she's trying to leave. I don't particularly like her jumpiness about turning away from me. So I'm going to keep setting that up here a minute. There she is trying to leave. Wouldn't feel very good if you were on her at this moment because she's trying to escape. She's trying to do more than I'm asking her to do. So she needs to stand there and let me toss that lead rope. Not be bothered by it. Around here, that's better. She's still overreacting. So I'm desensitizing her here just a little bit with her feet moving. There. That's supposed to help me there a little bit. Move that hind end around. See, she's she's not as comfortable there doing that as she needs to be. So I'll set it up again. Lead rope didn't make it over her head. And when they're as reactive as she's being right at the moment, here's a way you can help get things working a little better. Walk up to her, place that lead rope over, let her experience that without getting bothered by it. And take it back there and then get it on her hip. Now let her find her way around there a little softer. Much better. Just come around again. Better. Let's see if I can toss it over there without getting a reaction this time. Better, better, better. Still a little more reactive than I would like, but not bad. I'm going to sit there a minute because I don't want that initial rope going over to be her signal to turn. I want her to wait on me to tell her to turn. Let's move that lead rope back there. Wait right there. Now I'm going to ask her to turn. Like that. She come around, wasn't thinking about leaving. A little softer, a little quieter. That's better. I'm going to come and go the other direction here now. She's still too reactive. Now, what makes this work and why am I doing this? This is an exercise in what I call changing of the eyes. So I'm right now, I'm on her right side and I'm in her left eye. And I put that lead rope over there and bring her around behind her and ask her to turn away from me. She's got to turn loose of me in that left eye or in the right eye. Right there, she can't see me, I'm in a blind spot. So then she's going to look around out of that left eye, and she doesn't want to leave the right eye right now. That's what's causing her to be a little bit tight about moving. And in the blind spot, she's a little uncertain about what might happen behind her. So I'm waiting right here for her to move her feet, asking just a little bit. There she came through, and now she's picked me up in the left eye. I'm going to send her through back over here and get in this right eye again. Let that lead rope come up over her head. Again, she doesn't want to turn loose of me in that right eye. So I'll just wait. Have her look there to the left. Now she needs to move her feet. There she is, came right on through. Just make that transition again. I'm going to push on this right eye now. Push on her. Have her move her feet to the right. Make that transition. Come on around. See, she's just looking for a place to escape. And I'm directing the show here with where I'm putting that lead rope. She's overreactive to this. So I'm going to just stay here with it a minute until she gets quiet. Let's Go forward here. We'll move that hind end. Bring the front end through. See, she doesn't want to change eyes here and get me out of that left eye and put me in her right eye. There we go. Let her make that change around there. She's still overreacting. And just trying to leave. So I'm desensitizing her while her feet are moving. And right there, I can't let her do that. She just took that front end and pushed in on me. Got real defensive right there. She's got to go to the right. There. So she's in a state of mind of fleeing till now, you see. There's a change right there. She accepted that rope going over. Make there, she's fleeing again. Set it up here again. And just stay here with her until she finds a way. Until she can find a way to quit overreacting. Still overreacting. That's all right. These are just things that horses go through. She doesn't have to be overreactive. I think of it like I'm playing jump rope here. I've got the rope in my hand, and her head is the one that's jumping over the rope. So she's holding one end of the rope, and I'm holding the other end. We just spend some time here until I can put that rope all around her, and she's not bothered by it. It's okay when she feels it touch her. Still wanting to come around there with too much energy, so I must slow things down here just a little bit. Set it over her head again. Set it back over the back. Set it back over her rump. There she is. Too much delay. Let her have a moment there to be okay. And let her come on around here. Move that shoulder over. Stop right there. Put the rope on the other side. To me, these aren't just random acts. They're very specific. And based on the response that I'm getting from her, telling me when to do what next. Right here, she's stuck. Now she's softly going. So I let her find her way out of that. She came through it quieter than she went into it. Let's see if she'll let me toss that rope over. There we go. Nice. She let me have that much energy that time, and she didn't try to flee. Nice. She felt it. She heard it hit the saddle. She did not over-respond that time. Set it up here. Get that. Let her find her way out of that to the left. Bring that front end through and do that one more time to the left. So I got to get her front end over here. There. You need to stay right there. I can do that. Then that. I'm going to do it this time without taking it around her rump. Let her find her way through, which would be just like pulling on the left bridle rein to get her to go left. Now let's go forward. Let's get stopped. Now then, very nice. Leave it right there. Have her go right. Let her find that spot of freedom right there. So you see, as I took her into things that she didn't understand, she was pretty overreactive for a little bit there, and I just stayed there with her, kept doing the same thing until she was able to find a softer way to respond to the energy that I was putting out. And I think this is very, very helpful when it comes to getting on the horse and having them safe, because if we just prepare them on one side and we don't get them used to changing eyes, going from left eye to right eye, you're going to step up on that left side and they're going to be looking at you like this. Then when you get up there on them and your leg comes over and all of a sudden they look around, they're going to think, where'd that leg come from? And I'm not used to making that transition from left eye to right eye. Now this thing is on there, and I don't like that thing being on me. They don't know. So by taking them and having them do this and getting them comfortable doing it, that's the key. It's not the fact that they go out there and turn around, but what is the attitude like when they're doing it? Was the horse comfortable doing that, or was the horse just looking for a way to get away? At first, this horse was just looking for a way to get away, and then you saw her accept it and start responding to the stimulus instead of overreacting. And when she got responding to it, then I'm letting her stand there and be just as calm and peaceful as I can let her be.